Imagine a dawn in early 16th century Istanbul, when the city wakes like a breathing creature. The air is neither warm nor cold, somewhere between the briny breeze rolling off the Bosphorus and the damp scent of earth still heavy from the night's drizzle. The palace at this time still glows with freshness. Emerald green is nick tiles, deep crimson carpets imported from Iran, and gold leaf curling across the walls, shimmering faintly in the weak morning light. In this world, a 7-year-old boy named Suleiman runs through the corridors. His bare feet slap lightly against the marble floors, still chilled from the night. The palace guards, their armor beaded with dew, straighten instinctively. Yet when they see him, some stiffness leaves their shoulders. The boy is heir to an empire, but he still carries the scent of mischief. His small hands brush everything. The thick borders of ornate carpets, the dark walnut of carved chests, the old beams of the ceiling that creak softly overhead. The lattice windows filter the rising light so that dust motes swirl in the air like tiny stars. Every time Suleiman pauses, he watches them float, then takes off running again as if chasing those drifting sparks. From the first courtyard comes the sound of restless horses and the earthy smell of damp hay mixed with sea salt, an aroma that belonged only to that time, only to that city. Farther away, the hammering from the imperial workshops rings like silver bells, a rhythm he will one day call the pulse of Ottoman power. His tutors finally locate him. One carries a wooden tablet for geometry lessons, another a book recounting the kings of Persia and Rome. Their faces hold that familiar blend of respect and mild despair. They know this boy's mind is like the Bosphorus, never calm for long. Suleiman stands before them, but his attention drifts toward a distant window where the first golden edge of the sun rises behind the dome of Hagia Sophia. Then a gray-bearded servant arrives with a small ceremonial sword. The blade, polished to a mirror's sheen, quivers with the new sunlight. The child doesn't hesitate. He takes it, tests the weight, and smiles with that oddly serious expression children get when they sense something important without fully understanding it. There is no fear in him, only an eagerness to discover. One guard whispers, almost to himself, the boy feels built for worlds larger than ours. In those quiet moments, between darkness and full day, the world had no idea that this child would one day command a realm stretching from the deserts of Arabia to the heart of Europe. But the signs were already forming on the cold stone floors, in the trembling morning light, sketching the early outlines of a future waiting patiently for him.
After ascending to the throne in 1520, Suleiman moved quickly to consolidate power. The palace buzzed with tension and ambition. Grand courtiers echoed with the footsteps of janissaries, while ministers whispered in shadowed halls. The young sultan, dressed in rich silks and a turban adorned with jewels, met daily with his viziers, learning the intricacies of governance. In the streets of Istanbul, merchants displayed vibrant fabrics, spices, and freshly baked bread, while the call to prayer resonated from towering minarets, reminding all of the empire's Islamic roots. Suleiman began his first campaigns to secure the borders, sending envoys to distant lands and carefully reviewing maps that depicted the expanse of the Ottoman territories. Every decision was calculated, as he balanced diplomacy with military ambition, aware that the stability of the empire rested on his judgment.
After securing relative stability within the palace and the court, Sultan Suleiman launched his first military campaigns. In the summer of 1521, he marched from Istanbul with a powerful and well-equipped army. The disciplined ranks of janissaries, infantry, and cavalry, along with the clanging of armor and the firm steps of horses, created an atmosphere filled with both excitement and fear. As dust rose along the roads and birds scattered in alarm, villagers watched the massive caravan with a mixture of awe and anxiety. Suleiman personally oversaw the camp, adorned in a gleaming suit of armor and a decorated sword reflecting the sunlight. He reviewed maps of enemy positions with precision, strategizing sieges, securing supply routes, and maintaining troop morale. At night, campfires blazed, and the sounds of soldiers' songs and musicians, mingling with the night wind, created a mysterious and thrilling atmosphere. At the same time, Suleiman carefully managed diplomatic policies. Envoys were sent to neighboring states to secure peace and alliances, minimizing the risk of rebellions or internal conflict. He understood that military victories without shrewd political management would be short-lived. These experiences shaped him into a great ruler and meticulous, forward-thinking statesman, mindful not only of his own power, but also of the security and welfare of the empire.
In 1521, Sultan Suleiman set his sights on Central Europe, aiming to capture Belgrade, the key fortress guarding the gateway to Hungary. His massive army stretched along the Sava River, with colorful banners fluttering above disciplined janissaries, cavalry, and artillery units. Suleiman, in gleaming armor, scanned the fortress walls, evaluating weak points and planning his strategy. Ottoman artillery was positioned meticulously. Thunderous blasts shook the stone walls, sending dust into the air. Soldiers advanced with precision, digging trenches and coordinating attacks, while commanders encouraged them. Night fell, and campfires illuminated the massive encampment. The scent of fresh bread and soldiers' songs filled the air. Suleiman also focused on psychological warfare, blending military might with strategic intelligence. Finally, after relentless cannon fire and coordinated assaults, Belgrade fell. This victory secured the Ottoman Empire's northern borders and established Suleiman as a brilliant strategist. It marked the dawning of a new era for the Ottoman Empire, a symbol of the Sultan's ambition and power.
Unlock the secrets of history, from the rise and fall of empires to the mysteries of the modern world. This is MD History. Subscribe and join the journey.